thanks to the support as a channel member, A11 Scorpio 1996. I tell you what, it's quite fun getting promoted to the Premier League when your first 6 games were all against the rubbish teams that you should be beating. We're up in second place. It's delightful. Who do we play to? Manchester City and Arsenal. Hello and welcome to Club 2, part 14 of Non-League to Legend. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, we have those Premier League games against Man City and Arsenal. Not only that, we've got to play Liverpool next. That is 3 in a row we could do without. I mean, our start to the season has been great. We're unbeaten. We've only dropped points once in this match against Fulham. We have just had a month off for the international break, where we had a couple of games of rugby, including one where we scored quite a lot of goals. But we've not played football for like 25 days. We were in great form. Hopefully the great form will continue. But as you can see, we didn't actually play against anybody any good in that run either. So second in the league, little bit artificially inflated. Let's see how we get on against Manchester City, who, let's see how they've done in recent years. Still managed by Pep Guardiola. If we have a look at their recent... they're good, aren't they? How about Arsenal? If Man City is still winning everything, Arsenal can't be doing that. Oh, okay. This is going to be a test then, isn't it? This is the team for the game against Manchester City. It's Gerbic in goal. A back four of Eleftheriadis. Did I ever decide how to say his name? Gozzi, De Winter and Donnelly. Fabio Andre at the base of the midfield. Keating and Irogbenham ahead of him. Hart on the left. Illing on the right. Regis up front. Did we do any deadline? I think... I'm not sure if you met Manuel, who is our new player who came in for Joe Bellingham, who I don't know if you saw Joe Bellingham leave. Joe Bellingham decided he wanted to leave, went to Burnley for £11.75 million. We never really made the team fit around him. He was our attacking midfield option and we never really used him. This is our new attacking midfield option. He can play out wide or up front as well, but really he's just there as a plan B, the way Bellingham was. And as you can see, he's done quite well off the bench in his first few plan B appearances. But it's just an additional option for us to have if needed. But let's get the team submitted, and I presume start taking our medicine. We've had a lovely start to the season, but Manchester City probably going to let us know what being in the Premier League is actually like. Oh, they've got that Haaland guy up front. I hear he's quite good. I usually like to think in these situations that the Premier League teams rotate their squads. I mean, this still might be a little bit rotated for Manchester City. We don't know how good they are, but it doesn't look rotated with Haaland and Camavinga in the team, does it? They're both quite good. So I'm not looking forward to this one. I do feel like we're going to get an absolute thumping. This could be the FA Cup final from last season all over again. And they are knocking the ball around relatively comfortably, not really letting us have a kick so far, which is not ideal. De Winter across to Gozzi, and now Fabio Andre back with De Winter. Look at that. See, just knocking the ball around. Easy peasy. We have no fear. It's only Manchester City. What's the worst that can happen? Oh, my goodness me. At least we're confident with it. Please stop doing that now. Oh, my word. Oh, my word. Stop giving the ball to them. Right. Hart has got the... Just run with it for a bit. There you go. Go past your man. No, see, you've given the ball away again there. Why are we just giving them the ball? They're quite good. What they don't need is for us to keep giving them the ball, because they're going to have it for a lot of the match anyway. When we've got it, let's try and keep it for ourselves. They've scored. I don't even know why this is being reviewed. I don't know why that's been disallowed. He didn't look offside to me. I mean, I'll accept the referee's decision. Okay, he was off. Hopefully, wake up call. I mean, we have been genuinely terrible to start this match off, which I would like to remind everybody, even if today's episode is 2 absolute batterings, that is fine. We're only supposed to battle against relegation this year. I'm not even going to get fired if we get relegated. It's that instruction, the fight bravely against relegation one. So I don't think we need to be worrying about getting any points out of a still dominant Manchester City team away from home. I suspect we get beaten today and it's fine. The problem we might have because of the nature of how FM24 works, is that playing Man City, Arsenal, and Liverpool in consecutive games, we're going to lose all three of them. Morale's going to take a hit as a result, even though it's 3 defeats against the 3 best teams in the league that you'd expect to lose, so shouldn't really affect confidence that badly. And then we might start having some problems off the back of that. But we've just done a goal there, so maybe we don't need to worry about any of it. Please give us the goal, referee. No? Brilliant. I mean, Man City had their first one disallowed. Maybe we'll score another one immediately. Was this an actual offside? Yep, that was about as offside as theirs was. So we still officially haven't had a shot, even though we have had the ball in the back of the net. They're playing with 2 inverted fullbacks and a libero. I mean, what am I supposed to do about that? A sweeper keeper, a libero, and 2 inverted fullbacks. I don't even know what that looks like in the match engine. It's certainly, I don't know how our front 3 are supposed to navigate it, because they're not going to know where anybody is at any point. Oh, and they're just carving through us as if we're not there as well. This might be the day we decide Gozzi is not a Premier League player, because he's obviously going to be the scapegoat in this situation. He's the one who's been here the longest. He's the oldest. He's the one we didn't spend an absolute fortune on. If we're scapegoating anybody in this defence today, it's going to be him, because I kind of decided to before the season began. But we'll leave him on for now. We'll see how things go for now. And we have cleared the ball there. And I mean, who I guess that was Regis, who didn't really fancy coming across to get to it, which was a little bit upsetting. I tell you what, in the grand scheme of things, we've not done too badly to keep this to just the 1 goal by half time, he says, just as another highlight starts before half time, which will probably be City's second, and then there'll be no coming back from that. It's good work from Fabio Andre and Elef Uradis. I mean, it's still, there's a lot of loose passing from our players today. We're used to having a lot of possession and a lot of these little crisp passes. And when we're playing against a team who presses even better than we do, we are struggling to keep hold of the ball. Every time we get it, we just give it away, which is not ideal. Illing's actually won the ball back there. We've got 30 seconds before the halftime whistle blows. Can we, completely against the run of play, go grab an equaliser? It's the ball over the top. Regis is in behind. 1-on-1 with the keeper. Oh, that's the kind of chance that you need to be scoring from if you're going to get any points off of Manchester City. Cross comes in from the corner. It falls to Keating on the edge of the area. The halftime whistle is going any second. In fact, there it goes. We looked a little more lively towards the end of the half. A goal disallowed. A really big chance. I think we have to stick to our normal plan and go attacking in this situation, even though that's just going to open the door for City to come at us even harder. But let's offer some encouragement. So I don't want to be demanding more. They've made sweeping changes as well. So if they weren't their reserves to begin with, they feel like this is job done. And Rugburn very nearly able to turn that goalwards, and that's another loose pass. You know I like to scream occasionally, beat me in the match engine. And this is an example of how I wish the match engine was a little bit more subtle. That better not be a penalty and a red card, because that will really hammer home the point I was about to start making. It was outside of the area. Now don't book him. I think we've got away with it. But when I say beat me in the match engine, there's always the smarty pantsers in the comments who'll be like, oh, Kev, that's exactly what happened. You saw your team constantly give the ball away in the match. Yeah, that's not what I mean. What I mean is not make it so heavy-handed and obvious that you've decided that we're playing against a better team than us. Therefore, we are going to be absolutely awful when we're on an unbeaten start to the season, and we're obviously not awful. We shouldn't be I can accept Manchester City outplaying us. What I struggle to accept is that after the start to the season we've had, we come to Manchester City and do stuff like that. I mean, that was, in fact, that was them taking the goal kick. I thought that was me giving the ball straight to them. It's fine. But us constantly giving the ball away is so out of character and against how we normally play. And then there's got to be a more, like I say, a more subtle way for the team. I don't resent losing against Manchester City. We should lose against Manchester City, but it shouldn't be as a result of us constantly giving them the ball. let them win it back off of us. Show me that in the match engine. Don't constantly have us just pass the ball straight to them, which we're probably about to do again here. De Winter to Keating. We're doing all right. Aarons, who's just come on. And there we are, just giving the ball away again. Aarons gets another go at it, though. And he has been lively with this kind of play. Plays it to Manuel. And there is Dane Scarlett off the bench. Did he manage to stay online? Onside. That was the 3 substitutes all combining there. And I think it's been given. There's no VAR even. This is Aarons to Manuel to Scarlett. This is the 3. I am a tactical genius. People will probably be questioning why the 3 of them weren't on from the start. Don't question my methods. It was so that I could bring them all on and have them link up like that for the equaliser. Get off attacking. Stop doing your victory speech. And for goodness sake, don't let Man City do another goal. Right, Ealing is going to come off now for Bonner. And for my final trick, Amrouche can come on to try and slot in at left back and just keep things nice and tight. They've taken off Erling Haaland and we've got a corner. Irogbenham looking for Gozzi, can't connect with it, and it falls to Bonner, who shoots from range, but it goes into the side netting. Imagine if we somehow manage to find a win here. We absolutely don't deserve one, and I'm gonna have to edit that whole beat me in the match engine speech out of the video. It's gonna be a very weird middle of the video, but okay, we didn't give away the usually obvious penalty. Maybe I've been a little bit too harsh on Football Manager here. Amrouche plays it infield to Gozzi, who finds Irogbenham, and now Keating. We're actually keeping the ball and passing quite nice. Now Aarons has got space because City are playing that stupidly narrow back four. Their fancy little inverted fullbacks left nobody on Max Aarons, and the most unlikely goal scorer in the entire team steps up with what could be the winner. Look at the amount of space they've given him because they decided to play so narrow. We've stayed wide with our overlapping fullbacks. What a time to be alive. I mean, we're top of the Premier League right now. Oh my word. Boys and girls, Coventry City are a football team. We're top of the Premier League. Now we play Arsenal. That was unexpected. Wowzers. We're quite good. Just the one change for the Arsenal game then. Dane Scarlett comes back into the team. Obviously, top scorer, came off the bench, scored. So he comes back in up front. Regis moves out to the right wing with Illing dropping down to the bench. Aaron's probably feeling a little bit unlucky to miss out. But you know me, I love Fraser Donnelly. So despite Aaron's being on an 8.07 average, and Donnelly on a 6.76. I'm pushing my Donnelly agenda. We've also got Amrouche coming back in at left back. He is our normal starter at left back and is now back to full fitness again. Somebody who's not back to full fitness is Masushima, with Age and Undala both already out with long-term injuries. Age is going to be another 2 to 5 months. Undala another 7 weeks to 3 months. Masushima has now got a torn thigh muscle and is out for 7 weeks to 3 months. We are starting to run out of wide players, which is potentially going to become problematic as the season goes on. But you know what? We're already close to having secured enough points to be safe, so who cares? We're not actually in a title race, but we are on 20 points at the moment, which is halfway towards our target for the season. We've only played 7 games, so let's beat Arsenal. Arsenal have gone back above us at the top of the league. I'm not really sure how, because we were top of the league, and then this is the next game. I guess they must have been playing after us last weekend. But we are... oh, God, that's worrisome. They've just absolutely gone past Gozzi as if he's not there. But somehow, Gozzi, who I threatened to drop before, has won the ball back, but Arsenal have scored anyway. And again, similar to what I was saying with Manchester City, normally as a newly promoted team, you expect your reputation to be low enough for teams to put the reserves out against you. This does not look like an Arsenal reserves team. That's so frustrating when you win the ball back and immediately give it to the opposition, especially when the opposition player is Bukayo Saka, who's just won the Ballon d'Or. But this is probably quite a strong-looking Arsenal team, one would think. And I'd like to not lose, but I suspect if we're not going to get more than 3 points off of these games against Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool, surely not. And they have had a very bright start to the game. But then we saw that against Man City. It took us a while to get ourselves settled into the game. I hope starting Scarlett doesn't negate him. We saw it in the FA Cup final, where he started the match and was just terrible and was done by half-time because of how poorly he'd played. When we start slow and he starts slow, he doesn't tend to pick himself up again. Whereas a lot of the games he's played this season, he's been coming off the bench and scoring. And I'm finally giving in and giving him a start. But once again, he's not turned up and we're 2-0 down, and then we don't have him to bring off the bench. And the other striker we've got is Regis. He's already on the pitch. So we've now not got a striker to bring on. I guess we've got Bonner. But we're 3-0 down after 22 minutes and don't have an attacking change to make. Please disallow this one, ref. We're a little bit shell-shocked here. This is, maybe we've got a little overconfident. Right, that one's been disallowed. It's still 2-0. I am going to demand more, though. It's harsh against a team like Arsenal, but to be honest, they've had 2 shots and scored 2 goals. So we need to be a little bit better defensively than letting them do that for us. Obviously, we expect them to have more of the ball. We expect them to outplay us. We don't expect them to score every shot they get. We need to actually do some defending and maybe a bit of attacking as well. Amrouche trying to force it back into the Arsenal penalty area again. He fails in that endeavour. And Šeško's causing us all kinds of problems up front for Arsenal. We cannot cope with him at all. Seems to be more effective than Haaland. Regis on the right, plays it across. The Arsenal keeper doesn't deal with it at all. Scarlett was in there, but couldn't get there ahead of the keeper, but it just kind of hits Mamadashvili, or whatever his name was. Kind of just hit him, bounced back at a strange angle. And, I mean, it could have gone anywhere, and unfortunately, it ended up going clear. And now Arsenal in behind us again. Saka is just absolutely ripping us apart. And Amrouche is not having a very nice time. He's on a 6.4 and a yellow card. And Saka is just ripping us to shreds. Like I say, he's the best player in the world in this version of the future. And look at the state of him. There's just no playing against him. There is nothing we can do. Other than maybe ask our goalkeeper to make a save, because they've had 3 shots and scored 3 goals, which is troubling. We were due one of these. It's arrived today, and that front 3 is sensational, and we have no counter to them. We've finally made a save, but giving away a penalty as part of it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Can we just disallow the penalty, ref? No? No. Oh. At least we found we got the 3 points against City. The fear was this happened in all 3 of these games. At least we got and there he is again, look. Yeah, he's going to score because he's really good. Yeah, love it. 4-0. 10 goals already. They've not played 10 games, and he's got 10 goals already. He's not even playing as centre forward. Unplayable. And, I mean, do I take Amrouche off to protect him? But then Eleftherides isn't any better. They're both young. Do we bring Max Aarons on at left back for a little bit of experience? That might be the most sensible thing to do, just as damage limitation. Because Saka's destroying us. So let's let Aarons come on and play. It does. I mean, the best thing about Max Aarons since he's been here has been his attacking play. He's going to have to just man-mark Saka and hope he stops scoring all the goals against us. Right, Colin Hart has one back. It's a 5th goal of the season for him. He's already delivering on the very expensive transfer fee we spent on him. He's not really had a good game on camera. He plays lovely between the matches, so between the episodes. So hopefully we can have a big performance from him in the second half and he can get a hat-trick. Wouldn't that be jolly nice? Arsenal have won every game they've played this season. And they've got an enormous goal difference. I think you have to take what's happening today with a pinch of salt. We're playing against a very good team. And like I said about Man City, oh my word, from Hart. He's hit that first time. The free kick hits the crossbar, comes back out. It's not, it's a save, but that's spectacular from Hart. I was semi-joking when I said he was going to single-handedly turn the match around. But Colin Hart is up for it. I don't remember what I was saying before. We're going attacking. We're going to encourage. Once again, playing from the start, Dane Scarlett had a poor game. Do we just never start Dane Scarlett again? Manuel is going to come on. Bonner is going to come on. Oh, God, Irogbenham's having a terrible game as well. But Colin Hart is brilliant. Can we find 2 more? Hart's got to come off now as well. He's shattered. Max Aarons is also broken. Max Aarons is injured. Right, we'll switch him to right back. Donnelly needs to come off as well. Aarons is just going to have to play through the injury. And then we're going to take off... We'll take off Andre. And Aranda can come on for him. Lots of tired legs out there today. But we have the chance to really start to make this look quite respectable if we can do one of our longish throws and grab ourselves a goal. Elefthioridis, who's now got to find a way to handle Saka. I mean, Aarons had been looking after him. Has Saka gone off? Is that why we're not noticing him anymore? Keating with the effort from range. Doesn't test the keeper. And no, Saka is still on. They've now brought on Nwaneri up front. I mean, that is a front 5 of Arsenal players who are actually there in real life currently. Obviously, a good young Arsenal squad in real life. If Football Manager doesn't feel the need to change it after, what, 5 or 6 years now? It's certainly been a few years. I mean, at 4-3, this becomes very respectable. And then we dream a little bit of, could we find a winner from somewhere? Colin Hart's got a hat-trick. I mean, he's stepped up today and been incredible. This second half, the first half was all Bukayo Saka. Second half, Colin Hart. A hat-trick, yet we're still going to lose the game. Unless we're going very attacking. Have we got a winner in us? Can we go very attacking, please? Come on, boys. 7 minutes. The roar when 7 minutes was announced. But the curse of very attacking means we don't get another highlight. You know what? If you'd have offered me at the start of this episode, you beat City and you lose to Arsenal by 1 goal, we take that. That'll do. Hopefully we can salvage something from Liverpool, but even if we don't, what a start to the season that's been. We just need to finish above Millwall, and we are well above them at the moment. Things are looking good. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos. And thank you very much for watching.